Hello YouTube, I'm back with my 5th video. Looking back on the first 4 videos that I've done and recalling a comment that somebody had made on one saying that expressing myself like that is cathartic. Absolutely is. I didn't really realize it at the time, but very helpful. I felt the release of the imminent hopelessness that I was experiencing with the removal of my child from my life. I probably rewatched my videos, the first 4, at least 5 times each, all the while thinking, why did I do this? I need to delete this from the internet. But I didn't, and I'm glad I didn't. And although it's not hundreds of thousands of views, it's helpful knowing that some people have seen it. Although technically, I'm just talking to my laptop. Interesting. But since then, since my string of 4 videos, I've felt a shift in how I think. All those terrible emotions, the feeling of loss, they're still there. The feeling of helplessness has been somewhat reduced because I now have a stronger sense of forward motion, of the resolve necessary to continue on. My goal was full custody of Austin, my son. As I stated, I do not think she is that good of a mother. And I don't say that lightly. I wish that I felt that she was. But I feel like I have to try all the harder because in my heart I know that she's not. The least I will accept is 50% shared custody, legal joint. I've heard and read and seen that that is particularly hard to achieve in the state of Washington. But that is going to be my default settlement position. In my pursuit for full custody, if at some point along the way we come to terms and agree to settle, it will be for 50% custody. I still don't understand how she can initiate the divorce and all the things that happened. She's divorcing me. My son is not divorcing me. So how can the court do what it does? And that's a rhetorical question. I know it's just what they do. It's part of the bias. It's part of the slant against men. It's part of the pro-woman attitude. But it makes no sense. I'm just talking out loud. So on Friday, I was at a hearing for contempt of court for not paying the mortgage, not paying all of the child support and maintenance. And the reality is I didn't have the money. I was ordered to pay the mortgage in addition to child support. I just didn't have it. I told the judge it's not a matter of willful intent to not pay. Just don't have it. And I gave him an analogy. The analogy that I think she sees me as is I'm sitting on a pile of money and I'm simply choosing not to pay out of spitefulness even though I have the money. That's her vision, and that's not true. I told the judge it's more like I have 1 bucket of water and there's 2 fires going on. 1 fire threatens the house and 1 fire threatens my child. Which one would you extinguish? I paid the child support. I did not pay the mortgage. But I didn't pay the maintenance, so I was found in contempt of court for being late on child support recently because I had to move. That was an expense, and for not paying the maintenance. So I don't know what that really gained them. Sure, I guess technically by the letter of the court order, I'm not going to say a law. The court order is not a law. But by the letter of the court order, I did not comply. It should have been noted or taken into account seriously that inability to comply is not contempt. And that was my argument. And I brought my financial records, but again, bias against men. This will be a short video. It's only about 5 minutes, 45 seconds now. The point I wanted to make was about the previous 4 videos and my re-watching them several times, at least 5 times each, and the cathartic nature of it. Very true. And it was a release. I feel much better now. Again, those feelings and emotions are still there, but they've been somewhat subdued, and I have more resolve to move forward and continue on with the fight for my son. And I'll keep you two posted. Thank you for watching.